Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 114. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan and Deborah. Conclude the arc of the lovable losers with a sneaky trick deck. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. Back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back to conclude the arc of the lovable loser. We're going to give away our super sweet Alesha Who Smiles at Artifacts deck. And we're going to talk about a deck that you'll never see coming in a million years in spite of the, as you say, linear nature of the color combination it is in.
Yeah, until you play the deck like once or twice, and then you'll always see it coming.
That's the necessity of the super sneak attack deck. Remember we built that Tatiova one that won with that Primal Surge?
Yes.
And it's like, once you've seen it, it's super funny, but then you've done it, now you've done it, and it's not as funny anymore.
Yeah, that's how my Volrath the Fallen deck is. I'm taking it apart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one.
I don't know. I mean...
I shouldn't say it's a good one, but it's fun to play with because it's like kind of downgraded and casual.
Yes.
Sometimes you like those. You like those games sometimes. It's important to have those. You can't
You know what? Maybe you convinced me to keep it together.
Yeah, you got to be like... There's a certain level where it's like, what level are we going to play today? You got to have one that's down there.
I suppose.
Like I have my piece of crap deck that I still haven't looked at all of the cards out of. So like,
you know why it's bad? And this is, I don't know. Maybe this is just me trying to be elitist when I'm not, or can't afford to be. The mana's not very good, and it's monocolored. Like, oh, how bad am I at Magic?
How can the colors? And it's black.
Yeah, it doesn't have an Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth in it.
Maybe you don't have an extra one.
And I does it have Cabal Coffers in it?
Who cares?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Well, so what if you don't?
I don't know.
It's fine.
It's a trick deck, though. It's like today's deck. I mean, it's got some value, and you play it a couple times when you have a brewing bug and you want to build something fun, but then you take it apart.
I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Oh.
I like run my decks into the ground till I hate them, and I take them
And then
apart.
you burn them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We were just saying before the show, I'm rebuilding last week's Eric Smithy's deck.
Neat.
I've never rebuilt a deck before.
That's exciting. What are you going to do it like it was when you had it, or are you going to do it the way that I built it?
Maybe a
Somewhere in
combination,
between?
yeah.
I like that.
Combination, and I think probably maybe that means like Edric's Spymaster Tress has to come apart.
I'm okay with that.
And
The deck's terrible. And by terrible, I mean I hate playing against it.
yeah, because the deck's very good.
Yeah, the deck is very good.
Yeah. Maybe that means it'll eventually just work its way to being Edric again, like, when we roll out to Vegas. So yeah, that's all a thing. We didn't say who we're doing today, and then we started talking about other stuff.
That's how we do stuff. There's a whole other thing that we're gonna talk about before we get into it. Should we read who we're doing first, though?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let me find him.
I think it's a her.
Her. This is super secretly. I forgot what list we were doing before we came into the show today, so this is all news to me too. Palladia Moore's the Ruiner.
Yeah, I thought that this was going to be like a real thing. Then it only got like 35 lists on EDHREC.com.
Okay, let's see why.
Sure.
She's a 6/6 for Naya and 3. That's red, green, white. She has Flying Vigilance, Trample, and...
Wait a second.
What?
This is like a 6/6 with 3 relevant attacking abilities for 6?
And sweet art.
Yeah. And I think she's Nicol Bolas's sister or something.
Well, yeah, but she's not going to be as good as Nick Bolas because Nick Bolas.
No, but he's bad.
Well, yeah, but he's
Maybe she's good.
He's good as a creature, though. None of these Elder Dragons are good, are they? They're all bad. I think they were all villains.
Oh, villains.
Yeah.
I was like, they're all good. Have you seen Vivictus as Mighty the Dire? He like warps games.
Yeah, but some of them are real bad. Have you seen Chromium?
Is he bad?
Of course he's bad. You want me to look him up?
No.
Okay, because he's...
I don't think that that's something we should Google.
Yeah, he's catastrophic, that guy. What else does Palladia Moore's do? She also has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet.
Oh.
Like this turn?
No. Just like hexproof until it's dealt damage.
And then it hurts somebody, and then it's just a 6/6.
Yeah, and then her nuts are just to the wind.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why she only has less than 100 lists, Ryan.
She's very she doesn't do anything. She's just a flying Vig tramp. I can't call her a tramp.
You can call her whatever you want. She's not going to get offended. She's fine. She's tough.
Flaviglamp? Flangum? I don't know. She got flying...
Fligilamp. That's what we call her.
Fligilamp? She's a Fligilamper. 6/6. Like is that just not good enough? That makes me mad. That hurts me.
That's not good enough anymore?
You know what? The primeval dragons from Invasion are rolling over in their damn graves.
Because they all costed like
6.
green, red, blue, 4, and they had an upkeep of red, green, blue, and they just flew and attacked.
That's all. You're making all of that up.
I didn't make any of that up.
It makes me mad. Palladia Moore maybe just like time passed her by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it is what it is, but...
Let's look at the original Palladium Wars just for argument's sake. Green, red, white, 2. Flying trample. During your upkeep, pay white, red, green, or sacrifice her.
At least
the old primeval dragons were shit, Ryan.
No, that's still an elder dragon. Get your dragon get your dragon phylums straight.
I'm not a biologist, and we're not a biology podcast.
No, we are not. We are Talk About Something Different podcast. What were you going to say?
Okay, so during our social media coordinates, which we'll get to in a second, I always say that we're CCO Podcast and CCO Brando on Tapped Out and Twitter. And it occurred to me that for the last few weeks, I've been lying because there isn't a CCO Brando on Tapped Out.
I feel like that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
I feel like people knew.
I felt kind of bad about it, so I actually went out and I made a CCO Brando page on Tapped Out.
Oh, very excellent.
And I put all my decks on it, and in the course of doing that, I've been kind of like inventorying my decks in case something happens to one of them. Uh-huh. So it's for a good cause, as well as I've been kind of justifying all the work I put into it. And something about it has made me mildly uncomfortable. And this is for everybody out there, all the members of CCO Nation and you. Does it make you uncomfortable knowing that the deck that you're leaving in your backpack...
Oh, here we go.
And the one that... Not even the one you're playing, but just the one that's just laying in your bag.
Yeah.
It's worth $2,200. And it's not one that you've worked hard on. It's not one that's all foiled and pimped out. It's not your pristine... It's just one that you have with cards that you've collected over the years, and it's worth $2,000 Canadian. So that's like
$5.
That's like $5 American. So you guys probably wouldn't care about it, but for us, that's a lot of money, and it made me a little uncomfortable. I went to Tuesday Night Magic with my little suitcase full of decks that's worth like $10,000, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel uncomfortable. What if somebody spills beer on it? What if I?
That's why you double sleeve,
right? Like
the same reason that you don't want to be a dad. You double sleeve, dude.
But like, does that ever cross your mind? Is that a thing that you ever think about? Like this pile of cards I'm playing with, I'm just playing with them with all these people I don't know. $2,000.
Yeah, I think that's a real thing, and I mean. The double sleeve thing was a joke, but it's actually real, right? Like, you do want to protect them. That is the first line of defense is don't let people touch them. They have and that's why it's polite to ask, hey, can I see that? Right? You say yeah or no, or just read it to the person. Double sleeve, you put them in hard deck boxes. You hook your backpack strap over, like under the leg of your chair. You carry them in a hard case instead of like my flimsy Denver Broncos like poncho backpack that my mom got on a knockoff store in Mexico.
Yeah.
People who've been to events with me know the exact bag I'm talking about. It's sitting right beside me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It never even occurred to me before. And I knew that cards are worth lots of money. I know that my collection is, it's not the top tier, but it's okay.
It's decent.
And it just, holy shit, like this deck is worth so much goddamn money.
Yeah,
and it makes me a little uncomfortable.
What's the worst fear? The worst fear. What is? How does the saying go? My worst fear is when I die, my wife sells my Magic cards for what I told her I paid for them.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's what it. You know what deck is not worth $2,000?
Which one?
Today's.
Ooh, nice segue. I like that.
Yeah. You know what we got to do, though? We got to do quick social media coordinates. You already said Twitter and tappedout.net. How about then we do some shout-outs?
Okay, so we already told you Twitter and tappedout.net. That's CCO Podcast, CCO Brando. We're also Commander Cookout at gmail.com. That's where you can send us love mail, hate mail, show suggestions, your deck list for next week's beginning arc of the audience, The Revenge.
Oh, hold on. I got one. Just so I remember to say it because I've been getting like blown up. For our patrons who want to link to the Discord, this is important. You got to go into settings on Patreon, link your Discord to your Patreon account, and then you should get an automatic invite, and then boom, it's done. Everything's set up for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
The joys of modern technology.
Yeah.
I don't even get it. I just send smoke signals and then words appear on the screen.
Then Evan shows up and he's like, "Oh, here, your phone's fixed."
Exactly.
Got it.
That's how it works. You can also find us anywhere your better podcasts are found. That's your iTunes, your Google Play, your Google Machine, your Podbean, your Podomatics, all those places. You can also check us out on Flipside Gaming. That's when you can use special CCO promo code CCOFU to get 10% off your entire order store-wide. You can also find us, as Ryan has mentioned, on Patreon, on YouTube, on Facebook, all those places. Or if I missed any of that or I messed it up because it's Wednesday and I'm not used to doing this on Wednesday nights, you can find us on the official home of Commander Cookout on the entire internet, commandercookout.com.
Yeah, that was not quick.
Yeah, no, that was... Well, you were talking, I was talking,
I know.
everybody's talking.
That's all good. I'm watching Alberta election results in the next studio. I wasn't even listening. I don't even care about politics. You know what? We aren't a political podcast. I can't even say the word right because it's Wednesday, like you said, right?
Thank goodness. Everybody would just...
Can you imagine the Ryan and Brando politics show? You know who would listen and just blow up our phones so hard? God damn F you, Jesse.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, he follows it pretty close.
You know what that show would be?
Whoa.
I would say, here's what happened. And then you would say, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah,
That's actually what I was going to say.
And then you'd say,
see you next week.
Here's something else that happened. I go, so? And then it'd be see you next time.
Yeah. So, idiot.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Yeah, and that's just how it would
Hit
go.
our theme song. Sweet. Shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
Okay, I got this. I think you got this.
Okay.
Drew Mitchell.
Drew Mitchell.
Shout out to Drew Mitchell. You were going to make an underwear joke.
Did we make an underwear joke?
That's what you did last time we had somebody with Mitch in their name.
Like Gitch?
Yes, but that was the last guy's name.
Gotch?
I'll take it.
It'll be Gitch and Gotch, like Deech and Dooch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah. Because Deech and Dooch, they like their nicknames lots as far as I'm aware. So
I'm
Gitch
sure
and Gotch,
that Gitch and Gotch love their nicknames too.
I hope so, because they're good ones.
Drew Gotch. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm down with this. Okay. Caleb LaRocca.
Caleb LaRocca.
On the pre-show, you thought that we did him last week.
I did. It just sounds really familiar.
I'm pretty sure that we didn't.
But if we didn't, here's the Ricky Martin joke for you, and I can't think of a Ricky Martin joke.
Something about
Like
Caleb LaRocca of La Vida Roca?
Caleb La Vida Loca?
Got it.
There it is. Okay, I like that.
Yep, Caleb La Vida Loca. I actually like that.
That's actually not too bad, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Zach Steele. Shout out to Zach Steele.
Zach. Is that his real name?
That's his name.
Holy wow. You know, I wrestle with a guy who's called Dice Steele, and I always thought that kind of sounded like a bad stripper name.
Yep.
But it's a pretty good wrestler name. So I don't know. Like, does this guy need a... Maybe you could just send him an altar with like a little luchador mask painted on a guy.
I actually don't have his altar done yet. You know what we haven't said for a while? Easter sign-up altars for patrons. I guess that ends this week.
Well, still there's time. Well, it's still April.
But I
It's
got
April for
I
2
got a
more
bunch
weeks.
of like cards and tokens and stuff with Kezardrix and Vizardrix, like those zombie rabbit things, like
Yeah.
shitting out Easter eggs. Somebody's going to receive them in the mail, and they're going to like them. Final shout-out. Oh, Zach Steele, Luchador Zach.
I dig it.
I just made that up. I actually like that.
Luchador Zach. Sweet.
Yep. Josh Caramel? Carmeli?
Zach Chamomile.
Chamomile tea.
Yeah.
Zach Chamomile tea. We always wave our arms like...
We do. Someday if we ever do this on video, you'll see us like... I do the double arm wave like it's a rainbow, and Ryan does it like he's looking into the future.
Like I'm reading a billboard.
That too.
Sure.
And he's revealing slowly the letters in reverse alphabetical order because he can just read from the back into the front. He's dyslexic really hard like that.
Yes.
That might just be me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, either way, big shout out to all of the patrons. You guys make it possible. We super appreciate it. And the Discord is bumping.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Thank you all for your support. Whether you support us financially or not, we really do appreciate all the support from everybody out there. You make us be able to do this, and that's great.
Yeah, very much so. Last thing before we go on to the deck list.
Okay.
Set review tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them or should I?
I'll tell him real quick.
Okay.
So with Easter recording schedule and editing schedule for Brando, we actually recorded the War of the Spark set review last week.
Ooh.
The day of, we went and recorded like a whole ton of open flippy videos and got drunk doing it, and you'll see those in the next couple weeks.
Those are great.
Yeah. We recorded that, and Brandon was like, yeah, we missed Ugin. He's not spoiled yet. We missed the rest of the finale cycle. We missed a whole bunch of other sweet stuff. What gets spoiled that day? A finale card, an Ugin card, a new Decimate. It's like, oh, we missed all those things.
We missed everything cool. But everybody else is talking about those, and I think that with the exclusion of some of those like big, heavy-hitting cards that even I am rock hard over, we got to pick on some things that were a little. We even talked about the basic land.
Yeah.
So I think there's lots to see there, and there's lots of stuff that maybe not everybody else is excited about that we are.
Yeah,
And that's pretty cool.
I guess you can peep it tomorrow after this show.
Yes, sir.
Very much so. Now, should we do a deck?
I guess.
Palladia Moor. So Palladia Moors, we got a 6/6 Vigilample or whatever you called her for 6.
Flagample.
Yeah, that has hexproof until she beats in.
And then she doesn't have hexproof no more.
So we've got a couple options. We
can beat in and then have a dude, or we can not beat in and just have something with hexproof.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, maybe we just get into it and we can start to identify some of the themes that we put together here.
Deal.
You're probably going to recognize a theme like as soon as we read the first card. Ha!
Oh, well, hell with that then. Let's read the last card first.
Oh?
Yeah. Screw it. We do what we want. This is Wednesday. We'll run our show how we like to run our show. And we're going to start at the bottom.
Doesn't actually matter because they have the same ability.
Damn it. Well, whatever. We're going to start with Sublime Archangel anyway.
Boom. She got exalted, and all your other creatures have exalted. We probably should have started at the other end. So whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 for each other creature that you have that has exalted.
For each other thing you have that has exalted.
Oh,
there are lands and enchantments with exalted. It's a thing.
That's right. Okay, so we're playing a creature with exalted. Maybe we have more.
Is exalted a stackable thing? Can
Yes.
you have exalted?
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
Okay, next creature.
So Sublime Archangel gives all your creatures exalted.
And if they have exalted, then they have exalted 2. Much like flanking 2 or rampage 2. Right?
Sure.
Okay. All right. How about
Those aren't abilities anymore, FYI.
Well, they're not, but they're the only ones that had numbers after them. Sigiled Paladin.
That's white for a 2/2 first strike with exalted.
Sigiled Paladin.
That's a 6-drop 5/4 with exalted.
Rock's Charger.
3/3 trampler for 4 with exalted.
Rock's Bodyguard.
Wow, I got lots of exalteds in there, hey?
Yeah.
5-drop 2/3 exalted. When you play it, you gain 3 life.
Kasali Pride Mage.
This one's a real card.
Yeah, this is a real ass
This is
card.
a real ass card. White, green, 2/2 exalted. Pay 1, sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment.
It's just good. I
So
like him
automatically, what do we got there? We got how many cards have we read?
6.
6. They all have exalted. So if I have all of those and Palladia attacks, including the Sublime Archangel, she's going to get everything exalted again. Palladia is going to be...
Is that 1 pump jump? No, that's 18.
18, yeah.
That's lots.
I was counting. You just knew it was 18.
I'm good. I was mathing. You were counting, I was mathing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You can math in your head and stuff?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Sometimes. I grew up in that era.
You know, here's the thing. 1 pump chump, even if it's 2 pump, even if it's just 18 damage, that could be 1 pump if somebody's at less than 18 life.
Yeah, you could be hitting them with other stuff, or somebody else could be hitting them. That's the Voltron way.
Yeah, so okay, it's a little bit Voltron-y. Let's get through all the exalteds just so we know how many there are, I guess.
We have Knight of Glory.
2-drop, 2/1, exalted.
Guardians of Akrasa.
Sure. I don't know. It's an 0/4 defender with exalted.
Court Archers.
1/3 reach exalted.
Battle Grace Angel.
4/4 flying exalted and does something else. What does it do? Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink. Ooh, I like that one.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
Aven Squire.
That's a 1/1 flyer exalted.
And the last one is Akrasan Squire.
I think it's Akrazan.
Akrazan?
I don't know. Sure, it's a
Whatever.
1/1 exalted for 1. It's like baby exalted.
That's fine.
That's fine. I think that if we have like 15 or 16, however many exalteds there are, and you just like attack with some of them, you're going to have like a 1 or 2 hit Palladia's Moors.
It's pretty good.
That's fine.
Okay, let's see what else we got. We got
And you know what? If you don't have your Palladia Moors, you just like attack with something else and do 16.
Yeah, something else can get big too. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be your general.
That's fine.
How about Angrath's Marauders?
Ooh, this one costs 7.
Yarr.
This is not good. But you know what? This is CCO Nation. We play cards that are not good.
It's a pirate, has rad art on it. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's good. 4/4 for 7. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that much damage instead.
That's why it costs 7 instead of 4.
Yeah. So if I'm just attacking with Palladia Moors by herself, I pay 7 and deal 12 damage instead of 6.
So we got like an 18 Palladia Moors. After all the exalted triggers, combat's over. You've only done 18, nobody's dead.
Just kidding.
What if we're playing Brian Stoutarm?
Yeah, you could fling her. Because here's the thing. So you attack with Palladia, and then she loses hexproof. And then somebody's like, you attacked and dealt damage. I'm going to kill it. And you're going to be like, I'm going to fling it at you, Brian Stoutarm. Ah! and he has lifelink, and he deals the damage. So then we just gain 18.
That's pretty cool.
I don't mind that.
I like that. Okay, we've also got Dragon Lord's Servant.
And Dragon Speaker Shaman.
Correct.
They make dragons cost less. If we're flinging Palladia, she's going to need to be cast again, so we need to reduce her. They're 2 or 3 mana. They just make your dragons cost 1 or 2 less.
I dig it. How about Drum Hunter?
Drum Hunter. He's a 4-drop, 2/2 that taps for a colorless mana, but at the end of your turn, if you control a creature with 5 or more power, you get to draw a card.
Underrated. That's what that is.
I think so, but it costs 4.
It's EDH. If you're playing it in a kind of game where you're going to play a deck like this, you can play a 2/2 for 4.
Yeah,
You can play it.
maybe my commander costs 6, and if I have like acceleration, like on turn 2 or 3, or 1 and 2, I'm going to be able to play that on turn 2. Maybe.
And it's end step. We're playing a bunch of exalted stuff. You could just attack with something, turn it into a 4/4, and draw a card at the end of your turn.
a 5/5.
5/5. That too.
I was actually going to say that too, is like, well, with Exalted, I just need to like attack with a 4/4 and it becomes a 5/5 to its own Exalted, and then I just draw a card.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
How about Gisela Blade of Gold Knight?
Oh, baby. This is another damage doubler, this time of the 8 mana variety. But flying and first strike 5/5 angel doubles all of my damage, and when I get hit with something, halves that damage.
And it doesn't just double all of your damage, it doubles damage dealt to your opponents.
Yeah.
So it encourages them to attack each other and not you.
It encourages them to kill Gisela, because usually when you cast her, you're going to win.
Yeah.
She's the power level of that card is high.
That's why she costs 8.
Yes.
Because when you play 8, you usually are about to win the game.
Yeah, that's a CCOism.
Yes, it is.
Did we hit all the creature already?
We sure did.
Wow.
That's all the creatures. That's some instants.
We're boogieing.
You want to do these ones backwards? You want to do these ones the regular way?
I will do whatever way they are into today.
Okay. Berserk.
Berserk starts with a B. It means we're going forwards. Green, instant. You can only cast Berserk before combat damage step. So you can't use it as a kill spell. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. Target creature gains trample and +X+0, where X is its power. At the beginning of the next end step, it dies.
Yeah.
So like your end step, I Berserk your guy, then it dies. I can't do that.
That's right.
You can't use Berserk as a removal spell.
You have to do it sometime during the beginning of their turn up and until combat damage is dealt.
Yeah, you know what's funny though is like you go main phase 1, drop your commander. I go, and it doesn't have haste, and I go Berserk, and it just dies. It's so good. Anyways, you double Palladia's power after the Exalted triggers, and then it just like kills you. Or you Berserk and then fling it. That also could probably kill you.
Berserk it kills somebody, fling it kills somebody else.
Yeah, it's gonna die anyways.
That's how you do it.
And it's gonna lose hexproof once it deals its damage, so you don't care if Berserk kills it, and you don't care if fling kills it.
That's right.
Okay.
I like this one lots. How about Desperate Gamble? Or
Yeah.
Desperate Gambit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, how about double your damage for 1 mana? But you got to flip a coin.
That's fine.
Red, instant, flip a coin. If you win, double the damage that target creature deals. If you lose, it deals nothing.
That's awesome.
And usually it's a downside to deal no damage, but you know what? Sure, it cost me a card and a red, but I mean, I'm going to have surplus mana in this deck.
And your dude's still going to have hexproof.
And my dude's still going to have hex. My dudette,
right.
I think, is still going to have hexproof.
Neat.
Yeah, I'm not so low on that. I don't.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
fine.
Okay, we've talked.
That dude on it's muscly.
Oh, he's super, and he's like got Gerard. He's all like, "Look at me and my little wimpy
Yeah.
sword and my ripped up pirate shirt."
This goes, I'm super jacked. I have abs. My armpits have abs. I work all the time. I don't have any problems. I live in New York.
That's what the guy says.
No, he probably lives in Fort McMurray, Alberta. Except he'd have major problems if he lived there. That's Meraxis of Keld, I think is that guy's name. I think.
Neat.
And there is a card that we talked about one time on like a CCO supplemental series on YouTube that is Debt of Loyalty. So when you look up Desperate Gambit and then you look up Debt of Loyalty, that dude in the background of Desperate Gambit, Gerard is loyal to him because that dude like stabbed Meraxis in the back. Those two cards go together. They tell a story.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that kind of stuff. We've talked about it already. It's Fling.
And I think we're playing Thud as well, which is like 3 mana sorcery speed fling.
We'll find that out in a minute.
Yeah. As an additional cost, you sacrifice your creature. That's our Shroud Mander. And the fling deals damage to target creature or player equal to the commander's power.
Yeah, they sacrifice creature's power.
Yeah.
Very good. How about Naya Charm?
It's a little trick here. This is white, green, red. Choose one. It deals 3 damage to a creature. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So maybe you pick your commander after you fling it.
Could be.
Yeah.
Save some mana.
Or tap all creatures target player controls.
That's also pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just going to exalted my guy up to more than 20 power and then tap all your guys. Die.
Eat shit. That's how it works. How about Onward to Victory?
Yeah.
That's onward, and then you turn it sideways in the graveyard because it's a split card that makes goddamn sense.
An aftermath card.
Then it's victory in your graveyard.
Yes. Victory has aftermath.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's red 2. Target creature gets +X +0 until end of turn where X is its power.
Double its power.
Yes. And then victory, you can only cast from your graveyard because it has aftermath. White 2. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. That's like quadrupling its power.
That's
You
very
double
good.
it, then double it again.
Yeah.
Just a naked ass Palladia gets to be a 12/6 and then hits for double strike.
So that's 24.
24. Now the only catch there is it hits with first strike damage, then loses hexproof. So you got to be careful. You got to know that you have an opening. But that's a 1-card kill condition with your commander right there.
I like that lots. We're gonna skip this next one because I like it lots. We'll come back to it in a second. And
Sure.
We're gonna talk about Soul's Fire real quick.
2 mana instant, double a creature's power. Sorry, target creature you control in play deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player.
Like that. Okay, I just like this card. Plow Through Rato.
Oh, yeah. Plow through. Instant white 1. And it's got this stupid ass ability called Sweep that is terrible.
It's pretty bad.
So to sweep is to return any number of land cards you control to their owner's hand.
Of a given type.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah,
That makes
that's important. It makes it worse. So let's not go thinking this is just some great card you're going to all in and win with.
You get to choose with sweep, right?
No. It depends on the color of the card.
No, but you can return any number.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I could like sweep 1 land.
Yeah, or you could sweep 10 land.
I could see this maybe in like a landfall deck or something. Whatever. What does it do? Sweep. Plow through Rato. Return any number of plains cards you control to their owner's hands. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each plains you return this way. Okay, so I got like 6 plains and I just make Palladia like a 12/6.
It's pretty good.
Sorry, 12/12.
Yeah. It's all right.
I don't hate it. I put it in the deck. I don't hate it. We're playing lots of plains.
If you're gonna play it, you shouldn't hate it.
Yes.
It's important. All right, shall we talk about some sorceries?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna lump all of the ramp together, then we'll talk about the rest.
Sure.
So we got Cultivate, Rampant Growth, And that's it.
Oh, yeah. That's
There's only
it.
2.
Yeah, there's lots of artifact ramp.
Okay.
But we got Day of Judgment and Winds of Wrath and Wrath of God.
All sweepers.
All sweepers. You know what? Winds of Wrath destroys all non-enchanted creatures.
Maybe that will come into play later.
We got some enchants.
We might.
Yeah.
And then we got a Vandal Blast, destroy an artifact, destroy all the artifacts.
Yeah, I'm going to call that a sweeper too.
And then we got Soul's Might.
And that's the one that doubles a creature's power with +1/+1 counters.
Super good.
Yeah.
And then we've got Soul's Majesty.
Draw cards equal to enchant or target creature's power.
And the last one is Insult to Injury, another Aftermath card.
It's not quite the last one.
Oh, right. How did I forget that one? But
Yeah.
continue.
Insult to Injury is costs red 2. Damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source we control would deal damage, it deals double that damage.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What else does it do?
And then Injury is the Aftermath version. It deals like 2 damage to something. I don't care. I don't care about that part.
2 damage to a creature, 2 damage to a player.
So it's like 4 and 4 if you cast it on the same turn, but we probably won't. We'll probably just use it as like a weird removal spell after because we want the insult, right?
Yeah.
Just by the by, I didn't know that there was this many of that effect, but damage doublers on like creatures, enchantments, or like we just saw on sorceries, 7 of them.
Wow.
There's 7 in this deck. There could be more.
Well, there's probably more in life. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat. Last sorcery,
Yes.
Rishkar's Expertise.
6 mana, draw cards equal to target creature's power, and then you can play a 5-drop for free.
You probably play it in everything that's both green and has giant dudes.
Which is everything that has green.
Touche.
Yeah, you just only with just Palladia, you draw 6.
And then play something for free.
Yeah, or Exalted, and then draw like 10 or 11 or however big your Exalted guy is.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some enchantments.
Sure.
We have Angelic Benediction.
That's an Exalted enchantment, and whenever we attack with a creature alone, we can tap target creature.
Gets their blocker out the way.
Yes.
Armored Ascension.
Yeah, there's Armored Ascension, and there's Blanchwood Armor.
Blanchwood Armor.
They do the same thing. One gives +1/+1 for each planes and gives flying, and one is +1/+1 for each forest we control.
Correct.
We're playing lots of basics.
They both are good.
Yeah.
Bear Umbra.
Both are good in like monocolor decks. I don't know if they're good in 3-color decks.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
We'll get to that.
sure.
Bear Umbra.
+2/+2, and whenever a equipped creature attacks, you untap all your lands.
That's cool. And it's got totem armor.
Yeah, it's got totem armor. So when we attack with Palladia and she loses hexproof and somebody goes to kill her, Bear Umbra keeps her alive once.
You gotta kill her twice.
But it's like a shield around her, right?
Yeah, then it's shaped like a bear, and you sit inside it all cross-legged, and you float through the forest while your bear does all the work for you.
Sweet.
That's what's happening on the card. How about Bitter Feud?
Yeah, this is a weird one. So enters the battlefield, you choose 2 players. It's funny, you don't target them. If a source controlled by one of those players would deal damage to another one of those players, you double it. So that's a damage doubler.
Wow.
Like, I could choose like you and FU Jesse, and you guys just go at it like crazy.
Just like in real life.
Yeah,
Like,
but
we don't even need that card.
Yeah, but this time, like, it makes it better for me if that card exists. Or I got Palladia, and you're like the only other guy left. I just choose me and you, and I slap you with Palladia for like 12, but instead you take 24.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it works.
That'll do it. How about Curse of Bloodletting?
That makes the cursed player take double damage.
We also have Dictaste of the Twin Gods and Furnace of Wrath.
Yes. 5-drop with flash and 4-drop respectively. They both deal double damage.
Yes, they do. And I guess Gratuitous Violence is in there as well.
That's a 5-drop that makes your creatures deal double combat damage.
That's cool.
Which is, again, just what we want, right?
And it's still damage. It's not combat damage.
Oh, it's all damage?
So if you have a Goblin Sharpshooter, he is better.
He deals all the duty. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, how about Dragon Breath?
Dragon Breath. You know, it's not very often I get to cast a Dragon Breath on an actual Dragon Commandian these days, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
This
It's a pig that's breathing fire on the card that you picked.
Because he's enchanted with Dragon Breath.
Touche.
Yeah, he's got all dragon scales and stuff. This was originally in Scourge, which was a dragon-focused set.
Neat.
Yeah, okay, so what does it do? It's an enchantment for red one. Enchant creature got haste. Does Palladia have haste? No.
No.
Trample Flying Vig.
Correct.
So we give her haste, cool. and fire breathing.
That's neat.
So if we have just lots of mana, that's also good. But what we really want it for is when a creature with converted mana cost 6 or greater enters the battlefield, we can take Dragon Breath from our graveyard and enchant that creature.
I like that.
So we just, like, if Palladia dies or we fling her, we can cast her again the next time, and Dragon Breath just goes right back onto her, and she gets haste.
I dig that.
This is an underplayed card in EDH.
I agree. That's pretty cool.
Because, like, everybody's like, oh, yeah, you get 2 for 1 when you get, like, whatever, right? Well, yeah, you're just going to get the enchantment back for free when you cast something big. There's a whole cycle of those. One gives vigilance and plus nothing plus something. The black one gives fear, the blue one gives flying, and the green one gives, like, +3/+3 and trample.
Is that Rancor?
No.
No, that's a different.
That's Rancor.
Yeah, Rancor.
It's like
Rancor.
called Dragon Stomping Feet or something. And one is Dragon Shadow, Dragon Wings, Dragon Fang, Dragon Scales is the white one, I think. Dragon Breath is the red one.
You know what it's not? It's not Duelist Heritage.
This card is another cool one. White 2 enchantment. When one or more creatures attacks, you can have target attacking creature gain double strike until end of turn.
Not just your guys again. You can use this to sneak damage in on other people's turns.
Yes, like whenever a creature attacks.
Yeah.
Whenever there's an instance of creatures attacking, you can just like pick one of them and give a double strike.
Yeah, it's like, Ryan, give this Goblin Lackey double strike real quick. What's the worst that could happen?
You get like 100 extra goblins.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like what if I have like a Dictate or like a Furnace of Wrath or something? So damage is all doubled. And then like I drop a Duelist Heritage. You give double strike. That's quadruple, remember, because you're doubling then doubling again.
It's very good.
Quadruple damage turns out like it makes games end pretty quick.
Last 3 enchantments, we can lump them all together again. We have Utopia Sprawl, Urban Utopia, and Wild Growth.
They all enchant a land, and it gives you extra mana or mana of any color in one of their cases. The Urban Utopia enters battlefield, draws a card, and then it just makes your land into an any color land. So it's not really ramp, but it replaces itself. And when you're playing like lots of basics, it's probably fine.
It's pretty good, yeah. It's not a bad card. Stock artifacts.
Yeah. Do some more lumping for me here. We got lots of rocks here.
Okay, we got Boros Signet, Coalition Relic, Commander Sphere, Darksteel Ingot, Gilded Lotus, Gruul Signet, Hedron Archive, Mindstone, Celestia Signet, and Sol Ring.
Oh, and I don't know, like I picked, of course, Commander Sphere and Hedron Archive and Mindstone because you can sack them to draw cards. I always think that's really good.
It's not bad.
Maybe lockets are fine. I know that you don't like them.
They're not good. They're terrible.
What do you like a locket in this case instead of Hedron Archive?
No, because Hedron Archive taps for 2.
Oh yeah, lockets tap for 1 and they cost 3, but both draw you 2 cards.
This one draws you 2 cards for 2.
2 mana. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's just better. All right, but what do we have that isn't a mana rock? We have a Cauldron of Souls.
Yeah. So this, we tap it and choose any number of creatures, and those creatures gain persist. So if they would die, they just come back with a -1/-1 counter on them. So if Palladia dies because she loses hexproof, or we fling her, she comes back as a 5/5, but guess what? She gets hexproof again. Hey, because she actually leaves the battlefield.
And you can save any of your 2/2 guys. Your Drum Hunter, you spent 4 on him. You want to save them. You can do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
You know what I like? I like, you're getting your Exalted thing. You get your Palladium Moors. Then you, like maybe you late game, have lots of mana dorks and rocks, and you go like Cauldron of Souls, tap it, name all your creatures, Wrath of God.
That's pretty good.
That's probably good.
Yeah, I like to play that in Hirobi.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good. And other than that, for not rocks, we have a Mimic Vat.
Ooh, yeah, because again, Palladia is going to die. She's either going to get killed because somebody else doesn't want to die, or we're just going to fling her. So,
yeah.
Anyways, what it does, when a creature dies, you exile the creature, and then you can put a token into the battlefield that's a copy of the creature for 3, and at the end of the turn, that token is exiled. Only thing to remember, that if you make a token of Palladia, does not count as commander damage.
If you exile her on the Mimic Vat and somebody destroys the Mimic Vat, where does she go? Does she stay in like weird limbo town, or can you then move her back to the command zone so you can play her again?
She would stay exiled.
So this is a risky piece of business.
Oh, yes, baby.
Like if somebody's going to kill your Mimic Vat, you got to real quick kill something else and put it on the Mimic Vat instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that all or nothing. Is that the whole deck?
I guess I'm not playing Thud.
We're not playing Thud. We can play Thud.
I'm thinking of the right card, right? Thud?
Thud is sorcery for 1 red, sack a dude, deals damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to any target.
Oh, yeah. I said it was a sorcery for 3. It's a sorcery for just red.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's a sorcery, so it costs less.
Yeah.
And it's like Fling 2. I should be playing it, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's medium. It's fine. It's whatever. You're not playing it. It's whatever. Is there any land of note, or is that the whole deck? There's a Cathedral of War. It has Exalted. Llanowar Reborn puts a counter on something.
Oh, you know what? Llanowar Reborn is actually good with your Cauldron of Souls. It's got graft, right? So if you don't, when something enters the battlefield with graft, you can move the counter on the thing with graft to a creature when the creature enters the battlefield.
Neat.
You know what is not terrible is I got my Llanowar Reborn. I just leave the counter on it, and then Cauldron of Souls get my Palladia back, and then I move the counter onto Palladia.
Take the -1/-1 counter off.
Yeah, so then I can Cauldron of Souls again.
You know what Llanowar Reborn is going to be? This is a spoiler for tomorrow's deck preview show.
Mm-hmm.
Is that guy whenever a land comes into play to proliferate, you have a Llanowar Reborn so you can just proliferate the graft counters on it. And all your guys get bigger when they come into play.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's thought of that, but in case you haven't, there's a little nugget for you.
That's actually good. That card, what the hell is it called? The Landfall Proliferate Druid thing from War?
Oh, you're asking for card names. You're asking the wrong guy, man.
That card is like actually good.
Yeah, that card's going to blow shit up. If you have any of those, just play them. You're gonna see that it's good. You're going to like that one.
So, I think we talked about how to play the deck. We're going to ramp a little bit.
You're going to ramp. You're going to beat wholesale ass with a giant dude.
Or exalted things. I guess that's still with a giant dude.
With a singular giant dude, somebody's just going to eat bags of dicks with shit in the bottom. The dicks don't have shit, the bag does. They're equally as bad.
I'm just going to move to strengths and weaknesses.
Excellent.
Strengths. Kills out of nowhere.
Absolutely. It's like an RKO.
Yep. Aggro commander. Can we say that? Flying trample vigilance?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's aggro as F. Makes the game end.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to end the game, play a new one.
Yep. Then you just go damage doubler, and then like the double strike instant from my graveyard that I cast 3 turns ago.
Yeah. Die.
It's like octuple damage, you're dead. For sure you're dead, Aloro. Budget. It's super budget. Budget mana base, budget deck. What are we looking at?
118 American dollars, 400 Canadian dollars.
That is actually more than I thought, but still not very much.
That's not very much at all.
Yes. Okay, weaknesses.
It's got the Voltron problem.
Yeah, well, and you called it a trick deck in the intro. What we mean is like, yeah, people are going to catch on to what you're doing, and they're going to find a way to beat it, right?
Yeah, they're going to get you. Like, I played in a game yesterday, I guess, on Tuesday, and we were playing with a guy, Extras, who doesn't come by very often, but he was there. And it's like, Chris, why aren't you playing creatures? And he's like, because every turn, the board gets wiped. Because like I was playing Marchesa, which plays, I think, 6 Wraths, and Evan and Joel are both playing decks that are just like Wrath heavy. It wasn't Joel, it was Smitty, and he was playing Narset. So me and Evan were just wrathing the board all day.
Oh yeah,
to keep that Narset dead.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that, a deck like this would really struggle.
You know what's funny? I just thought of this. These damage doublers, they're kind of like we talked about last week with stacks pieces. You cast one and it's like, okay, it puts everybody a little bit on edge. Like, what's going on here? You cast like any more than one, and people know that your deck is built to take advantage of a damage doubler, they're just going to kill you, right?
They're just going to bolt your face.
They're just going to kill you. They're going to be like, wait, is damage double to everybody? And you're like, die? Idiot.
Welcome to Goblin Town, fool. This is great.
Welcome to CCO Nation. Dummy. Last weakness, and this is going to go right into our potential cuts or whatever, is when when you look at the the pie graph that it gives you of how much red pips you have versus red mana producers you have,
Yep.
we are way not playing enough red for how many like hard 3 reds in casting costs there are.
Well, that can be easily remedied. That's not hard to remedy.
It could be remedied, but I'm playing those crappy enchantments that give you +1/+1 for each forest or plains you control.
You know what you could play to better that?
Ooh.
Prismatic Omen.
That is an enchantment that makes all my lands into all basic land types.
It's green 1. All of your lands are all types of land. Therefore, they tap for any color, and they count as forests and plains and mountains. They're very good with Valakut and your Armored Ascension.
That card's expensive, isn't it?
I think it's a few bucks. Yeah, we can check real quick. Hang on. Yeah, it's going for about $25 American right now.
Hoofta.
That's actually more than I thought it was going to be. I guess it's never been reprinted.
I thought it was going to be 17.
It's a Shadowmoor card, so yeah, I guess they're.
Put it in a commander set, Watsy.
Yeah,
Do it.
Reprint that shit. Like, what's the harm in that? It's not played really anywhere.
Just reprint like Shadowmoor. Just Shadowmoor Chronicles. You know what I actually forgot until we were just talking about it? I don't remember if it was before the show or on the pre-show or whatever. Chandra's Ignition. Exalted, Chandra's Ignition. Everybody and every creature take 20.
Just eat shit. That'd be a good one, too.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. But I don't know. That's all I had.
So do you think it's time then to go into card of the week?
Yeah, I thought originally to say Furnace of Wrath and like don't be a wussy and play it, but then I realized I was thinking of Pandemonium, which
not
is
the same card.
Which is like a Warstorm Surge for everybody, and that's the card that makes me feel tough. Is Pandemonium, not Furnace of Wrath. So I don't know. What do you think for today?
Okay, we talked about this one a little bit at length, we'll say. Let's say Dragon Breath.
Dude.
It's red 1 for an aura enchantment. Enchant creature, enchanted creature has haste. Red. It's fire breathing for red. When a creature with converted mana cost 6 or greater enters play, you can return it from your graveyard attached to that creature. So you play it. Once you've played it, you kind of set it and forget it. Don't forget it, but...
Yeah, set it and don't forget it.
Yeah,
do the opposite.
And it just comes back every turn. So it's not like you're out a card if somebody kills the creature that it's attached to.
I got this. Cycle of the week. The Dragon Enchantment Cycle from Scourge originally. Reprinted in Arch Enemy and reprinted in Battle Bond.
Yeah.
Don't care. Get the Scourge ones. Get your foils. 25 cents.
It's 25 cents for real ones. That's like $4 Canadian, or it's $1 American, or $2 Canadian if you want to foil one. So there's no reason to play a non-foil Dragon Breath.
Buy one of each color. Spend $10. Like maybe skip out on like a couple Starbucks or something. I don't know.
It's like one coffee. It's one large coffee.
Yeah, get your Dragons cycles. I used to play this card in Rorik's Bladewing, which is redundant because he already has haste. But
the dragon, the fire breathing is not negligible.
Yeah, well, it was like a big red mana deck, right? So I drop my Commandy for 6, and I automatically get the Dragon's Breath back, and I have like 18 mana left over, so I just pump it all in and give him plus 18 plus 0. He's already got 6 power, so he's like swinging for 24.
Dig it.
Yeah, that was a cool deck. I had to take it apart though. I had too many sweet altars that I wanted in other places. So, Milk List?
Everybody loves the Milk List.
Okay, Milk List. For any new members of CCO Nation, we've got some new listeners, I guess, right?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, very much so. The Milk List is a list of cards by converted mana cost from 0 all the way up to 15 in this case, of the most popular card in the color combination that we're talking about. So today, white, green, red, or Naya, or as the kids say,
one-dimensional face beating.
It'll turn your one-dimensional face into a fish-shaped dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the most...
I have to tell this story.
Oh, God, what?
No, it's fists, dimensions, one thing.
Wow,
I went
do
to
not Google this.
I went to a Nine Inch Nails concert. Still isn't any better. And in the bathroom, they had these screens set up. And I don't know why they were in the bathroom. They were around the building, too. But the one that I saw it on the bathroom, and it was like one of those, like, the wave equalizer, and it was like a long line. And there was like a bass hum going through. It was like, brrr.
Oh, yeah.
And then every so often it would go, bah. And the equalizer thing would turn into a finger that would go down and like touch the bottom of the screen. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll never forget that. Unless I was super hammered and made it up, but I don't think I was.
I don't know. Was it pointing to like makes you wash your hands or flush the urinal or something?
Maybe that's why they were doing that. It was
Yeah.
really cool in any case. I don't know how they did it. It was magic.
Yeah, the future is now.
Yeah, it is cool though. Okay, anyway,
Milk list.
milk list.
Most popular zero drop in face beating colors.
Let me guess. Ever-flowing chalice.
No, not even on the list, dude.
Oh shit.
Mana Crypt.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not playing it.
Yeah, no, we're not. Now, the one drop slot, we do the top three. Because
It's always Sol Ring.
It's always Sol Ring, yeah. And it's Sol Ring this time, which we're playing. Now, Swords to Plowshares.
No.
No, I'm not playing it. No removal in this deck because I'm a scrub. Get this. Kinjali's Collar is the dinosaur tutoring one.
Because Naya is the dinosaur's colors.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a warping of the milk list. We're not playing Kinjali's collar either.
Yeah, this is sour dinosaur milk. Celestia Signet is the first 2-drop.
We are playing that one.
Yeah, we are. Cultivate.
We're playing that too.
Yeah, I was going to say, shit, I should have mixed it up with Kodama's Reach, but
Yep.
that's the next one.
Just played the other one, yeah.
Yeah. Ripjaw Raptor at 4.
Nope.
Mirari's Wake at 5.
No.
That'd be fine in this deck because
That'd
we
be-
got to, yeah.
Makes your guy bigger, makes your mana tap for more.
Yeah. Atali at 6.
Nope.
Good backup commander, maybe.
Oh, you could just play a Tolly. He's just good.
Yeah. Like your guy last week. What is it? The blue one? Nezahal.
Nezahal, yep.
Yeah. Verdant Sun's Avatar at 7.
Nope. Man, the dinosaurs are totally warping this milk list.
Yeah, dinosaurs
Wow,
are it.
Way to go, everybody.
Dinosaurs are it. Waking Sun's Avatar at the next one. Zakama at 9.
No and no.
Kozilek at 10.
Nope.
World Spine Worm at 11.
Nope.
I'm going to call him an honorary dinosaur just because I know you hate him. 12 is Gulta.
Nope.
13 Emrakul.
Nope.
14 a Tokthon dinosaur.
God,
15.
some asshole is playing that. There's red in the deck. Just play something else.
So we got like 3 milk list
Just play
matches?
Earthquake. Just play something else. Why are you playing a Talkathon worm? What's wrong with you?
Earthquake would be good because it doesn't hit our commander.
They're out there. They're listening, laughing their asses off with their headphones in, thinking, "Ooh, I play a Talkathon worm and it's so good." No, it's not. You're
know
lying
what-
to yourself and you're lying to me.
Arc of Audience, Revenge of the Audience. We're going to get an Autochthon worm list.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I want that. It's like the audience is getting revenge on its evil dictator, King Brando.
God.
They're going to dink you to death with Autochthons.
This is so terrible.
Final section of the day.
I hate that.
This will make you feel better.
Okay.
Spice Calculator.
I do love the spice calculator.
So 34 lists on edhrec.com.
She is the lowest. She's actually so low in the list of commanders. She's underneath an old Legends guy. She's underneath an enchantment. No, it's not an enchantment. It's another creature that isn't even really a commander.
An unofficial commander in Tamanoa.
And it's underneath like 2 of those shitty guys that are basically just vanilla creatures for 100. That's how unpopular Palladia is.
She's 14th out of Naya commanders.
Yeah. It's her, then her old version, and then all of the shitty commander pairs that nobody plays.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get this. Average CMC, exactly 3.50.
Nice.
That's like exactly
That's excellent.
where we say casual commander lives, as you say, right?
Sure does.
I'm not playing any tutors in this list.
Excellent.
We could be.
You always get one.
We could be playing one, but we're not. And because we're not, and we're playing some jankier mana rocks and stuff, uniqueness rating. This is cards different than the average or the stock front page for Palladia on edhrec.com.
Right?
44 different cards in our list.
That is excellent.
Yeah, not dinosaur, not dragon tribal.
Excellent. I like that.
44 different. You punch it all in. Spice rating, 64.
Badass, dude. That's awesome.
That's we're above 60. And the only caveat to the 64 is it's a trick deck. So it'll be 64 the first time you play it, and then it won't be very spicy till you like switch it up so you can change the trick a little bit to trick somebody in a like little bit different way.
Yeah, then you got to turn it into like Rith the Awakener.
Yeah, F you, Jesse.
He loves that deck.
I like that. I
It's a
used
good
to have a Rith deck.
Yeah.
Makes lots of tokens, right?
Yeah.
It's great with Elvish Norn.
Get smashed by goblins. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
That's it. That's the deck. That's the arc.
That
Ooh,
is the. We should announce
we got a thing,
we do have a thing.
dude.
We almost forgot to give away our deck.
Dude, can you imagine?
Oh, that would have been embarrassing.
You were pumping it up all like last week, like, oh, we're gonna give it away. We're gonna give it away
We're even giving it away when I said we would at the end of the episode.
because we literally forgot.
Yeah, usually I like to give them away in the middle to make sure that people are listening. But we're just going to do what we said we were going to do this time.
Hey, this is the middle of CCO this week because we got a whole nother show tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
That's giveawayception. That's what that is. I just nuzzled it right in there. It's like two people in the same sleeping bag.
Goodness sakes.
Okay, so what was it? It was a like or follow on Facebook. It was a Twitter follow, a comment, a dirty deed done to the like button on YouTube.
Yeah, F that like button. I hate that thing.
Or a comment on a YouTube video. Put it all together. Gio Oliveri.
That's a neat name.
Do the horn.
That's not the horn. Let me try again.
I can't believe you're soundboarding me. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's Kermit the Frog.
I'll take it.
Let's do that one. Let's go with that one.
Okay, perfect. So Gio Oliveri, get after us on, I guess, email. Send us an email, commandercookout@gmail.com.
Yep, or you can get after us, CCO Podcast, CCO Brando on Twitter, and we'll get the deck sent off to you.
Yes, we have to, I guess, finish building it.
Yes, congratulations to you, Gio, and to everybody else. Thank you for playing, and we'll be back next arc with a new, super exciting giveaway.
Oh, can we tease something?
We sure can.
We can tease something now. A little while back, we said we're going to do a deck giveaway every arc.
We did.
And we've been doing that.
We have.
We had a slightly different idea for the next arc.
And this is a good one.
The arc of audience always feels a little bit special. It's kind of like our way to give back a little bit, right? We can review people's decks. We can give them some insight. We can call them a dirty asshole on air because they're playing something that maybe like Jesse would play.
Yeah.
And we are planning something just a little bit different.
Yeah, we're in the trenches with you guys for the next few weeks. We're going to be down there like doing your decks, doing what you guys want us to talk about. And I think this one's going to get people. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to tell you guys about it next week.
This is what I'm going to say. This is just going to maybe build it a little bit more. I'm excited to hold next arc's prize in my hands.
Yes.
I'm excited to know to do it.
Yes.
I'm legitimately I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, to have the prize and then to give it. It's going to be cool. This is big time. I think this is going to be this is my favorite one.
Really? Already?
I think this is my favorite prize we've ever given away. We talked lots about it. We've given it lots of thought, and we've
maybe if people
cool.
like it, maybe we're talking about it. Maybe we just keep doing it. I don't know. Maybe if people hate it, then we won't do it anymore.
Well, here's hoping that nobody hates it.
I think that they're going to like it.
Yeah, people are going to like this one.
I like it.
Like everybody's all like, "God damn it, you guys! Just tell us what it is." But we can't. We're going to tell you next week on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song. Ooh.